The Mona Lisa Mystery, Secrets of the World's Most Famous Smile. Chapter 1, Welcome to the Mystery. Hello, my friends. I hope you're feeling amazing today, because I have a story for you that will pull you in from the very first word. You've probably seen her face somewhere, in a book, on a poster, in a meme on social media. She's small, calm, and quietly smiling, yet her presence is magnetic. She is the Mona Lisa. But here's what we're going to explore together today. Why has this single painting become the most famous artwork in the world? Why does it attract millions of people every year to Paris, just to stand in front of it for a few seconds? And how did a portrait painted over 500 years ago survive wars, thefts, and centuries, still holding secrets we can't quite solve? By the time you reach the end of this journey, you'll know more than just the facts. You'll feel as if you've walked through time alongside the people who shaped this painting's story. And along the way, you'll be improving your English in the best way possible, by following a story so captivating you forget you're even learning. So, let's step into history. Chapter 2, The World of Leonardo. The year is around 1503. Europe is bursting with new ideas. Sailing ships are crossing oceans, scientists are challenging old beliefs, and artists are pushing the limits of creativity. In the heart of Italy lives a man whose mind seems to contain the entire universe, Leonardo da Vinci. He is not just an artist. He is an engineer, designing machines that won't exist for centuries. He is a scientist, studying the movement of water and the secrets of the human body. He is a dreamer, sketching flying machines long before anyone can imagine leaving the ground. Leonardo is curious about everything. He observes the smallest details, the way sunlight touches a leaf, the way muscles move under skin, the way clouds form before a storm. And he records it all in thousands of pages of notebooks filled with sketches, notes, and ideas. Among all these wonders, one project begins to take shape, a portrait of a woman. At first, it is just another commission, one of many. But soon, it becomes something much more. Chapter 3, 14 Years of Perfection. Leonardo begins the painting in Florence. The woman sits before him, her hands resting gently, her gaze calm but curious. From the beginning, Leonardo works slowly, carefully. He doesn't see painting as a job to be finished, he sees it as a living thing, growing and changing over time. Weeks turn into months. Months turn into years. When most artists would have declared the painting complete, Leonardo keeps returning to it. He adjusts the light on her cheek. He softens the shadows around her eyes. He deepens the curve of her lips. By the time he finally considers it finished, 14 years have passed. And here's the astonishing part, 12 of those years are spent perfecting her lips alone.
Her smile will become the most analyzed, most debated expression in all of art. From one angle, it's warm and welcoming. From another, it's mysterious, almost unreadable. It is a smile that changes depending on who is looking and how they feel. Leonardo's obsession has paid off. The painting seems alive. Chapter 4, The Woman Without a Name. We call her the Mona Lisa, but who was she really? The most common belief is that she was Lisa Gherardini, the wife of a wealthy silk merchant named Francesco del Giocondo. In Italian, Mona is short for Madonna, meaning lady. So, Mona Lisa simply means Lady Lisa. But art historians aren't all in agreement. Some suggest she was an idealized figure, not a real person at all. Others believe Leonardo used her features as a base but added his own imagination. And then comes the boldest theory, that the Mona Lisa is actually Leonardo himself, painted as a woman. When you compare their faces, the shape of the jaw, the eyes, the smile, the resemblance is unsettling. Was this Leonardo's hidden joke? Or was it his way of blending masculine and feminine qualities into a single image of perfection? We may never know. Chapter 5. Eyes that follow, a smile that moves. If you've ever been in the Louvre and stood before the Mona Lisa, you know the strange feeling. She's looking right at you. No matter where you move in the room, her eyes seem to follow. It's not magic. It's Leonardo's genius. He used a technique called sfumato, blending colors so subtly that there are no visible brushstrokes or sharp lines. This gives her features a soft, lifelike quality. Her smile works the same way. The corners of her mouth are painted so that they seem to shift as you move your eyes. It's as though she reacts to you, your mood, your thoughts. And that's why some people say she's alive in a way no other painting is. Chapter 6. From Italy to France. In the last years of his life, Leonardo accepts an invitation from King Francis I of France. The king admires him greatly, offering him a home and a place in the royal court. Leonardo brings his beloved painting with him when he moves. When he dies in 1519, the Mona Lisa stays in France. From there, she moves from the royal collection to the Louvre Museum, where she will remain, though her journey is far from over. Chapter 7. The Day She Disappeared. It's the morning of August 21st, 1911. The Louvre opens as usual, but in the salon car, the room where the Mona Lisa hangs, something is wrong. The wall is empty. The painting is gone. The man responsible is Vincenzo Perugia, an Italian who once worked at the museum. Believing the painting should be returned to Italy, he hides in a storage closet overnight. In the early hours, when the museum is quiet, he slips into the gallery, lifts the painting from the wall, removes it from its frame, and hides it under his coat. He simply walks out of the Louvre with the most famous smile in the world. Chapter 8. The Empty Frame That Drew Crowds. The theft makes headlines around the globe. In Paris, people flood into the Louvre, not to see the painting, but to stare at the empty space where she once hung. For 2 years, her whereabouts are unknown. Even the great Pablo Picasso is questioned by the police. The truth finally surfaces in 1913, when Perugia tries to sell the Mona Lisa to an art dealer in Florence. The dealer contacts the authorities, and the painting is returned to the Louvre. Ironically, the theft makes her more famous than ever. Chapter 9. Worth More Than Gold. In 1962, the Mona Lisa is insured for $100 million, a staggering figure for the time. Today, adjusted for inflation, that's nearly $1 billion. But money can't truly measure her value. She's considered priceless, a treasure of humanity. She now rests in a custom-made, climate-controlled, bulletproof glass case, safe from humidity, light, and curious hands. Chapter 10. Secrets in the Paint. Modern scans have revealed hidden layers under the surface. An earlier version of the painting, slight changes to her face, and perhaps even tiny letters in her eyes. And she has no eyebrows or eyelashes, which may have faded over time or been intentionally left out by Leonardo. These details only add to her mystery. Chapter 11. A Survivor of History. Through the centuries, The Mona Lisa has been moved, hidden, and protected during wars and revolutions. She's been attacked, once by a man throwing a rock, another time by someone attempting to spray paint her, but she has always been restored and kept safe. She has survived everything history could throw at her. Chapter 12. More than a painting. The Mona Lisa is not just an artwork. She's a cultural icon, a symbol of human creativity, and proof that beauty can outlive centuries. Leonardo didn't paint her for glory or wealth. He painted her because he wanted to create something perfect, something eternal. Chapter 13. Your masterpiece. So here's my challenge for you. What's your Mona Lisa? What could you create that might still inspire people hundreds of years from now? Leonardo gave 14 years of his life to a single painting. What might happen if you gave the same devotion to your dream? Because maybe, just maybe, your own masterpiece is waiting for you to begin.